Everyone's number one problem with their Outlook inbox? Too many emails. Chances are, though, a lot of those can be shunted off into a subfolder for either temporary archiving or to a read later folder. And if you're not comfortable letting Outlook rules do that automatically, let me suggest Outlook Quick Steps. Outlook Quick Steps are like mini automations inside Outlook. Think of them like a macro in Word. One click, and Outlook performs several actions for you. For instance, you can select one or more emails and with a single click, mark them as read, flag for a reminder to follow up, and move them into a subfolder so it's not cluttering up your inbox. Quick Steps are an easy way to semi-automate your email handling. If you're using the legacy version of Outlook, you may already have a few suggested quick steps sitting in the middle of the Home tab. Maybe one of these will work out of the box for you, but today I'm going to show you several scenarios in which I use quick steps and how I created them. Cutting to the chase here for Mac users, this feature isn't available for you at the time of this recording. Sorry. A lot of email that comes into my inbox doesn't need to stay there, or anywhere for that matter. But just hitting the delete key is not good enough for me, because simply deleting the email puts an allegedly unread email into my deleted items folder. This means that the unread email counter is going to trigger my OCD for the rest of the day until I auto-clear my deleted items when exiting Outlook. You do empty your deleted items folder periodically, right? So I created a read and delete quick step to do both steps for me. Here's how. First, to create a new quick step, you can do one of two things. In the middle of the Home tab, you can click on this drop-down on the right, then hover over New Quick Step. If one of these presets will serve as a great starting point for you, like the Move to Folder one, use it. You can use the First Time Setup dialog box to do a very simple two-step automation and click Finish to save it. Your most recent quick step will always appear on the top of the list, more later on how to rearrange quick steps. For more flexibility, however, click the Options button on the bottom left to go to the full Edit Quick Step dialog box. You can add more actions here and even choose a shortcut key if you'd rather keep your hands on the keyboard instead of reaching for the mouse to click your quick step. You can click Save to finish your quick step. I usually prefer to go directly to the Edit Quick Step dialog box by clicking Create New in the Quick Steps list, then choose the various actions below, because this gives me the most flexibility. I'll show you that workflow in the next scenario. By the way, if you're in New Outlook, the process for starting a new quick step is a bit different. Click the drop-down next to Quick Steps on the Home tab. I'm using the Classic ribbon here. You can switch ribbons here, and the drop-down is a little bit smaller in the Simplified ribbon. Go to Manage Quick Steps. Tell Outlook which email account you want this quick step to be available for if you're managing more than one email inbox. Then click Add Quick Step. After that, the steps are pretty similar, even if the dialog box looks different. Name your quick step. Choose your actions. Then click Save to save your quick step. You may have certain emails you receive that fit a pattern, and they're always going to need to go to a particular folder. Quick Steps can help with that. Now, full disclosure, if it's a predictable enough pattern with the sender and/or the subject line like e-filing notices, I often use rules instead and have those flagged for follow-up and moved into the appropriate folder. But, as I said earlier, if you're not comfortable with that action happening without you being aware of it, you can use Quick Steps instead. Go directly to the Edit Quick Step dialog box by clicking Create New in the Quick Steps list. Name your quick step something that makes sense to you. I'm going to call this one Smith v. Jones because this scenario will mimic an e-filing notice coming into my inbox that I want to put off to the side for a moment while I deal with something else, but still get a reminder in case I forget to go back to it. In the Edit Quick Step dialog box, I'll name this Smith v. Jones. Then go down here to start stacking my actions. First, I want to apply a follow-up flag to this email before I move it into its subfolder. I'll click this drop-down and under Categories, Tasks, and Flags, choose Flag Message, then Follow Up Today as the flag type. That takes care of flagging it so I don't forget it. Now let's add another action with the Add Action button. And under Filing, choose the Move to Folder action. At that point, I get another drop-down where I can identify which folder that email needs to be moved into. If I don't already have a folder established for Smith v. Jones, I can use Other Folder here, then create a new folder for those emails to go into. My custom quick step now has the 2 actions it needs, and I can click Finish to add it to my list of quick steps. Again, for those of you using new Outlook, click the drop-down next to Quick Steps on the Home tab, then Manage Quick Steps, specify which email account if necessary, add the flag and move actions, and click Save to save the new quick step to your list. You can not only use quick steps to deal with incoming email, you can also use it to create outgoing email with boilerplate text and predetermined recipients. I used to use this for filing invoices with insurance company clients where they had a preset structure for the subject line and body of the email. Nowadays, I use it for creating new user notices going to the IT and HR departments to transmit details of new user setups I'm responsible for. In this scenario, I'm going to create a boilerplate check request to go to the accounting department, similar to the credit card charge quick step I already have. Again, go to Quick Steps, Create New, and name your new quick step. Now, under Actions, scroll down and choose the action New Message under the Respond category. You can immediately address the new email to your recipients using the To button here, but before we do that, let's click on the Show Options link to expand the action and see what all is available. Notice that you can now insert CCs and BCCs as well, specify your subject line, add a flag or an importance indicator, and type in the boilerplate text of the email. So if I click the To button, I'm taken out to my global address list by default, but I could also use the drop-down to go to my personal contacts list to choose someone there, or just type an email address straight in. If you know how to address an email, you've got this. I can type the subject line I want here. Then I'm going to paste in the form text I want every email this quick step generates to have. I could scroll down a bit and add another action if necessary, but I'm going to click Finish to save this quick part. Now when I click this quick step, a new email form pops up pre-populated with the recipients, subject line, and email body I specified. All I have to do now is fill in any other information this email requires, and click Send to send it on its way. As of the time of this recording, quick steps to create a new email are not available in New Outlook. By the way, if you're like me, you start creating so many quick steps that they start to get a little disorganized. Some of them I use so frequently I want them to appear near the top of the list, while others can safely be hidden below the fold. To organize your quick steps, go to Manage Quick Steps in the drop-down, then use the area on the left to move quick steps up and down in the list until you achieve your ideal order. You can also use that area on the right to edit, duplicate, or delete any of your quick steps. In New Outlook, you can go to Manage Quick Steps, choose the correct email account, then either use the arrows to move them up and down, or use the grab handles on the left to drag and drop them into order. So those are 3 examples of how you can use quick steps to semi-automate email actions in Outlook. If you're ready to tackle even more Outlook automation, check out this video here.